Hey guys, Boss 1925 here. Actually, 1 second, I need to do something real quick. Actually, no, I think this will actually be fine. Yeah, today we'll be flying this. Never mind. Today we will be flying this full glider from here in, well, powered glider from here in Hacketstown. So we're going from here in Hacketstown. That's the throttle. Where's the parking? Like, flaps are fine. ELT. That that's flaps. Again, speed brakes. Do we have it in the EFB, perhaps on a checklist or something? What? Oh. Aircraft checklists. Parking brake. Of course. Alright, well. She's not fast, but she... I'm assuming that's just the Vario beeping. Okay, I guess we're... That's the speed brakes. Yeah, we'll climb up a bit. Yeah, that's better. At least it's not screaming at me. Is there no weather? Can I, like, turn on... I mean, I have show 3D thermal. There we go. Whoop. Okay, there's some thermals. Okay, so we do have some thermal. Is this thing electric? Whoa, easy. So I have a massive amount of... Yeah. But, okay, we have some thermals close to the ground. But it would be not the smartest idea to go into those. Because, of course, the way gliders traditionally fly is... you get thermals, and since the air is moving up because of the large high aspect ratio wings, they carry you higher. I'm going to try to do now. Throttle to 0. Engine is shut down. And the propeller disappears. To be fair, that's why like the flaps. Oh, I thought they were fully up. Yeah, so you can see this is standard glider flying. Just nice and quiet. But as you can see, we either climb or we accelerate. We can't do both. Yeah, I don't see my location compared to where we're going. Yeah, so we're heading down towards Schleveman, down near Clonmel. Yeah, so we'll kind of scooch over the southern face of Schleveman and then carry on. To give her credit, even with the engines off and like we're slowly descending, but we're still going quite steadily. Like we're not losing all that much altitude even without any thermals to let us climb. Because typically what gliders do is if there's a large area of thermals, they'll slowly spiral their way back up to gain altitude. Whereas here, if we need more altitude, we give her power. So it automatically turns the Vario on or off. And see with the Vario on, she can climb. So that's another way to use these type of aircraft, is just gain altitude, have so much headwind you're basically standing in the air. Okay. That nose cone. Get a bit more power. Whoop. Sorry, that might overstress. But yeah, so we're up at about 4,000 now. And if I push the nose down so we're level, to build up a bit of speed, I can just do, just so you can actually see how this is. Because obviously you don't, if you're flying a glider, you don't really want to have the big, kind of wide drag-inducing propeller just hanging loose in front of you. So what it does, shuts down, folds away, and then the nose cone slides back. So if I do this individually, so that's the nose cone open. If I pull that back, or is it a case of the centrifugal force itself? Turn right off now. Is there a mixture controller? Yes, it is. That's why the propeller brake is there. And then you pull that so the propeller rotates into a place where it's then safe to retract the nose cone. There you go. That's how a powered glider operates. However, I've very much not been looking at where we're going. we're still vaguely flying on track, flying over Tullow. So yeah, see you guys once we get to, I believe the airstrip is called Ballyboe. See you there. Okay, guys. Oh, we've got hella thermals over here. Which makes sense. There's a giant mountain, so all the wind is coming from that side. So I'm going to try. I mean, even here, actually, you've got a good bit of thermals, but I'm going to see if we can... We've got to be careful there because it does kind of roll over the top, which is not ideal because it means from the angle we're coming at it, it could throw us into the air. Also, I mean, obviously we don't want to get too high given we're just getting ready to land, but yeah, we're what, 5 miles away from the airstrip. But I want to see what, I want to be able to show you what it's like, and if we're too high, well, or yeah, we can at least lose some altitude quickly, and if not, rudder and slip. But for now, we do not want that. You see what I mean about how it's kind of just rolling over there? Plus again, we also have the thing I mentioned earlier, if we are too low. But I'm going to try to avoid using that. Especially since we're at, like, what, 3,000 feet? So that's the biggest set of thermals that are kind of trying to get. I'm trying to... Yeah, I think it might be a situation with the air over here is actually moving down, given we're not going too slow. But we are dropping. Yeah, I think it's some complicated turbulence here, but I'm hoping I'll get... There we go! That's the far side of the ridgeline. So this is actually a common thing gliders do. Of course, we have to keep an eye on speed. Yeah, they'll quite often ride along ridges to get... Because, like, if the wind's blowing from the side, it's going to get pushed up. See? We are slightly losing speed, but not massively. Like, we're not climbing particularly fast. But we are still climbing. Oh, I have flaps it to -10. That's not what I want. Because I think that might have actually been screwing us over a little bit, I think. Because I think -5 is meant to be used probably for landing or when you're trying to descend to lose altitude to decrease the amount of lift the wings are generating. And you can see that I was building up speed even... Of course, here the rescue run is the wind is blowing towards the mountain, so you mess up, You're ending up on the side of that mountain. Yeah, I'm just going to turn the ferry off because we can see it here. And that way it won't be screaming at us. There's... Oh! I think we hit a gap. There's something in the thermals because we... I don't even think this is technically a thermal since it's not caused by heat. I am ready to relight the engine if necessary, since we are kind of coasting just above a mountain. But it looks like that won't be needed. Yeah. Bring up the EFB. Okay, we might come in from this side because... that might just be easier for us. Because the issue now is we are absolutely in a thermal. It's trying to make us go up. Yeah, so you can see the flaps there folded up, so I think that reduces our lift a little. We do have quite a crosswind. Do I need the engine on? Put the gear down? Why is the gear not going down? I'm really confused now. I don't know where the... Oh, there we go. Maybe it was just a speed thing. We need to... Oh, we hit a tree. Yeah, I'm thinking it must be a speed thing. For the gear. Don't tell me if excellent thermals right beside the place I'm trying to land. And what the hell is trimming up? We've got full... A full upwards trim. think I might need to have the engine lit. Not even... Yeah, no. Just as like an extra measure of control for landing. Because we're not landing in ideal conditions. Yeah, so I mean, that's the thing with gliders that makes them tricky. They very much do not want to get on the ground. So we did overshoot that, but... we are down. So... I'll see you guys next time.